request our next speaker, Dr. Rachna Agarwal, to deliver a lecture regarding thyroid eye disease and intravenous methylprednisolone. Over to you.
Thank you so much. At the onset, I would like to thank AIOS for having me and Dr. Honavar and Dr. Peru especially. This talk has specially been inspired by Honavar sir's study because I have been attending his lectures and I was introduced to this 3-weekly regime, and so we decided to go ahead with the study comparing the 3-weekly with the routine Yugogo. So we have no conflict of interest. This study is a part of extramural grant from UPCST, where we not only compared the clinical activity in the thyroid patients given monthly and weekly treatment, but we also had the lab analysis. Like, we have all the samples collected and we are analyzing the serum samples, the urine samples and the tear film samples for these thyroid markers. So all the antibody, TPO, TSCH, all the serum markers we'll be analyzing. We have stored the sample at -80, and in November I think we'll be finishing the study by analyzing the tear markers, the serum and the urine. Now this part is the clinical part which we have already analyzed. So thyroid eye disease, as we know, it's a sight-threatening, disabling, disfiguring chronic inflammatory disorder, and the pathogenesis is activation orbital fibroblasts, which leads to the deposition of GAG and increase in orbital fat, which leads to the various sequelae. The threat prevalence is around 0.16 to 0.25. The treatment of active, moderate to severe Graves' ophthalmopathy has no clear one-line strategy. It's all patient-based. So severe cases can lead to disabling diplopia, even visual loss from severe exposure keratopathy and compressive optic neuropathy. So clinical activity score is something that measures the activity of the thyroid eye disease. On presentation, we have the 7-point workup where we assess the pain, the swelling and the redness, and on subsequent follow-up we have the 10-point. We have additional 3 points, and this is how the clinical activity score is given to the patient on each visit, and his activity is measured. Severity, we have mild, moderate to severe and very severe disease. In the western part of the world, we have more cases that are very severe and moderate to severe, while in Indian scenario, we have more mild cases and moderate to severe cases. Our study included moderate to severe TEDs, where the lid retraction was more than 2 millimeters, soft to severe soft tissue involvement. There was exophthalmos more than 3 millimeter, constant or inconstant diplopia, and there was no imminent threat to sight. That it was not in the category of sight threatening. So the purpose of the study was to compare the efficacy and safety of 2 corticosteroid regimes in thyroid eye disease. So one was the weekly Yugogo versus 3 weekly low dose intravenous methylprednisolone with or without immunomodulators. So the outcomes were measured in reduction of the clinical activity score, proptosis reduction of more than 2 millimeter, visual acuity improvement 1 line or even 2 or more lines, diplopia resolution in primary and down gaze, compliance of the patient and the side effects. So it was a prospective study. We had a randomized control where the study was conducted between 2022 and 25. We have completed with the samples, and as I told you, next month we'll be analyzing the lab. This is the clinical part. So radio imaging was done, lab test at baseline on each visit, the thyroid profile test, hemoglobin, CBC, everything was done. Primary analysis was done at the end of each cycle, and follow-ups was done. The inclusion criteria was age more than 18 years, patients having moderate to severe thyroid eye disease, and the one who is willing to participate in the study. Treatment regimen, as we know, there are the 2 regimes. First one is there were 146 eyes with a total of 88 subjects, and they were randomized to give either treatment 1 or treatment 2. So group 1 was given a 3 weekly cycle with a pulse 1 given 500 milligram for 3 days, and then 3 weekly 500 milligram each, while the second group was given IVMP as per the Yugogo trial. In Pulse 4, we added in 3 weekly thing, in Pulse 4, we added the immunomodulators, and similarly, added after Pulse 6 in the UGOGO trial. We have a close association, we are working in close association with immunologists. So they were seeing with the side effects and everything of the immunotherapy, immunomodulation, azathioprine and methotrexate. So group 2, as per UGOGO, there were a total of 12 cycles, 12 pulses. So the result was, all the results were comparable age. We like 44 subjects in each eye, and all the results were comparable. The most important thing was compliance. There was more compliance in 3 weekly. Why? Because especially in North India, patients are non-compliant. They are not willing to come every week to get their cycles. So this cycle was very good for the non-compliant patients. 3 week is still a time, because patients in North India, they come from Bihar, Eastern UP. So 3 weekly regime suits them better as compared to weekly regime. So we used azathioprine, mycophenolate, mofetil. Mycophenolate is more expensive, so it was as per the patient whether they wanted to go with whatever immunomodulator. Then the results again. So the results were comparable. The CAS score decreased in both, proptosis decreased in both, but diplopia, the p-value was significant in patients of 3 weekly. This is strangely, diplopia was better. Diplopia was better in case of 3 weekly regime. Visual acuity was comparable. CAS already told you it was good in both, decreased in both. So this is the picture. Proptosis resolved. This is weekly one. Then diplopia. This patient was given 3 weekly IVMP and azathioprine. So diplopia has resolved almost completely. Side effects, yes, as far as side effects are concerned, in 3 weekly, there was less weight gain as compared to the weekly cycle. Because of more amount of steroid, maybe the weight gain was more in case of weekly cycle as far as our patients are concerned. So there have been quite number of studies which have compared it's Lee et al., he et al., that have compared the various methods of monthly versus weekly. All these, we have written a whole article on that in the last issue of IJO. And to conclude, 3 weekly low dose IVMP appears to be a promising and efficient therapeutic measure. The administration dose of 4 milligram when compared to the traditional 4.4 to 7.5 yields comparable results. Of course, in severe disease, we have to give it as per UGOGO, a higher dose, but otherwise in moderate to severe, this works good. So there's enhanced patient compliance, and diplopia resolution was better in this 3 weekly regime. And the streamlined regime not only simplifies the treatment process, but also contributes to a more favorable patient experience, emphasizing the potential for improvement of overall management of thyroid eye disease. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing your results with us. And I'm sure this research is going to go ahead with many more, highlights into thyroid eye disease. Do we have any comments from the audience? Yes, please.
Regimes, or even for that matter 3 weekly regimes, patients, they like to take these steroids locally with their local physician. And then what we can actually do in such situations, we can write down properly, give them in detail what sort of treatment, how to give the injection, get in contact with their physician and get injections at their local physician's place, and do a follow-up as per your requirement. So that sorts of logistically it is little easier for the patient, that we all can think about it.
No, that you mean for the 3 weekly regimen, right?
Even for the 3 weekly or even for the weekly, both ways, because sometimes even after 3 weeks patient don't like to come and show us. It's very difficult. So in that way we can actually think about it and get in touch with the local physician around their area and explain them the details, explain them about the red flag signs, when do they have to come back to us immediately in case there's a slight duration left for the follow-up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, valuable point.
We actually do that. What we have is we have a protocol printed out. So we have it like, for whenever we have such situations, we give it to the patient, we send it to the doctor as well, and we ask the patient to share pictures as well, because if we see any major change, we ask them to come back, and usually we, in such cases, we ask them to come back after the third cycle for sure, because we need to reassess. So this is absolutely an important point. Instead of losing them, it's better to get it assessed elsewhere.
Assessed, as well as it encourages them to actually continue with the treatment, is what I've felt.
Absolutely agree. Yeah. So we
Thank
go
you
on
so
to-
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.